Hi everyone, Sarah again. Today I want to talk about my idea, my thoughts, the reason why many people say that a Japanese cannot speak English. I think it's quite common idea for all over the world. The people think a Japanese cannot speak English. Is it true? Actually, if I only focus on some grammar, reading, even speaking, I think we can say a Japanese can speak English. But I found one thing to explain to you today after I moved to Hong Kong. For English education in Japan, we start from middle school. My generation, I start to take the class from middle school for compulsory education. These days, I heard they start to learn English from elementary school. So actually, I already spent 15 years to learn English. Then many people have the same background. But why not many Japanese? People see many Japanese cannot speak English. To be honest, my English is not perfect at all. And then I also have some specific pronunciations or tones, how to speak. It's sometimes really similar to Japanese accent, and I just mixed up though. But after I moved to Hong Kong, and then my manager, many Hong Kong colleagues saying that my English is quite good compared to other Japanese. And even Hong Kong people saying that, normally Japanese cannot communicate in English good enough at the business level. As a manager in the current company, and my company is really global company, so I have to talk to many people in many countries, not only for US and UK, but also I have to talk to Asian people as well, like Singapore, Malaysia, of course Hong Kong, Indonesia, Japan, as well. And every single country apart from Japan, they're quite happy they have no hesitation to talk in English. We try to understand each other. Even the pronunciation and the grammar mistake is not that problem for communications, but we have to understand what they want us to do or what I want them to do. English is just a communication tool for foreigners, but the purpose of using English is to understand the different culture, different thoughts, and then we have to make it happen. But in Japan, in a long history, we only have Japanese. We are very tiny countries, and then in a long time ago, in Edo era, we closed our country. So we expect the Japanese feel more comfortable with the people who has similar or same background, same thoughts, the way of thinking. So even if we try to focus on the foreigners, like inbound business to Japan, but still our root of the heart, we still have some kind of hesitation to understand the different things. It's like different culture, different thoughts, different way of thinking. I can say Japanese don't want to spend that much time and energy to really understand those kind of things. So I don't think English skills of Japanese are not that bad. But in the case of when we have to use English, normally we have to talk to foreigners, right? For Japanese, we can use Japanese. So eventually, it means we have to understand them Japanese have to negotiate, Japanese have to represent to what we want them to do. Two reasons I can raise up here. One, of course, English skills. So Japanese good at grammar, reading, but not good at presenting, giving the speech and listening in English because of education style. So even if they can understand, but they want to say something, they don't know how to express their thoughts correctly, how make it happen in Japanese, in English. And then second one, as I mentioned, they don't want to spend much energy or time to understand different culture. I think some of the Japanese may disagree with idea like, no, we want to understand people, we want to understand or accept the different culture. But to be honest, for me, it seems like the Japanese still have a little bit closed mindset. That's why there are so many problems. Not only for foreigners, we have many problems to be the different. Japanese hate to be the different from others. We try to follow what everyone do. So this is a really deep background things. It's really difficult to change immediately. But I hope for the future, because for Japanese also have a problem for aging society, and then we have the low give birth. So we have to accept the foreigners in a way. So, but of course, I love Japan. I found many good things for Japanese culture. I don't want to forget this part. So it means the Japanese need to represent or just need to present how we good are, how good we are, how amazing Japanese culture is in English. Otherwise, the foreigners cannot understand. And then foreigners tend to be the good at saying something, expressions. They don't afraid to be different from others. This is one of the reasons why I want my son to grow up in Hong Kong or other countries with multicultural environment. After I moved to Hong Kong, of course, many Hong Kong people love Japan. I really love it. I really love Hong Kong people too. They are so kind and warmful. But of course, sometimes I have to negotiate with them in English. But there are so many foreigners, including me, not only pure Hong Kong people. We have Westerns, Chinese, Singaporeans, many people in Hong Kong from many countries. So it's quite normal to be the different from others. So for my son, his classmates is like Western from Western countries, from Hong Kong, but he was really free. He's really happy to stay that room with his classmates. Sometimes he could learn some Cantonese, but mainly he communicate in English, and then it's quite normal for him to be the different from others. So I want him to put in this kind of culture things or environment. Then after he grown up, he can express his thoughts, and then he can communicate with the foreigners without any hesitations, without any negative feeling. So this is what I think. For Japanese, I believe their English skills is already good enough. Just they need to be a bit brave. Don't hesitate to make the mistake for grammar or pronunciation, etc. But also sometimes Japanese have to spend some time, or we have to try to do our best to understand and accept the different culture and different thoughts. So this is what I observe in Hong Kong, and I hope it's gonna be a little bit changed for the future. Then we have better relationship with foreigners. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any more questions, please feel free to contact me anytime. Bye.